Good day everybody and welcome back. I'm waiting for some items to come through the post which will then enable me to get on with laying the track and working. I did some experiments before I began and I realised that the paints that I was intending to use weren't sticking to the really shiny plastic. So I used a Tamiya undercoat spray, which is a great primer, and that gave it a really good key ready for the next layers of paint that were to follow. So the whole idea of this project was to end up with a generator that looks like it's been outside for years, all dirty and weathered and rusted. So having never done anything like that before, I went onto YouTube and saw lots of great channels that give examples of how that can be achieved. And I decided that I would use a method involving salt. So I got the generator in the spray booth and on the little turntable, and the very first thing I did was I went down to my local auto centre and I bought a tin of red oxide undercoat primer, just exactly the same stuff that you would use to spray over a repair that you've done on your car. I covered the model in that to start with and let it dry, and then using the airbrush and a variety of different rust colours in the Vallejo paint range, I just dotted and sprayed various bits of the generator so that it wasn't just one consistent colour, it was a variety of different colours all over the model. And the thinking behind that was, when I get to the salt part, I'll be able to rub the top coat away and it won't all be exactly the same colour underneath. So once it was dry, I sprayed the model with water and then sprinkled all over it with salt. Now I did try and film this and I've only got one small clip of that part because the camera batteries went flat as I was doing it. I chose a light grey for my finish colour and I slowly built that up with several layers using the airbrush. You can see from this shot that I sprayed over everything, the model and all of the salt, until everything was completely covered. Once the paint was dry, I rubbed the salt off using a stiff brush. This did take a little while, but it was worth it, and as a first attempt I'm actually really pleased with the outcome. Once all the salt had been rubbed off, I then applied a series of colour washes using watered down acrylic paints. I did this to give the generator that weathered, dirty, grimy look. Then I applied a couple of washes with some inks to darken up the shadowy areas, and then finally I finished off with some weathering powders just to make some of the rust spot areas pop. And as a first attempt, I'm really pleased with the overall result at the end. One of the things I did find was, as I applied more weathering techniques, so the lines that were produced in the manufacture on the 3D printer started to stand out even more. Nonetheless, I'm still really pleased with it, and I think it's going to be a really good piece on the trackside in a diorama setting. So thanks very much for watching. I'm hoping to get another video made with a layout update over the next couple of weeks, documenting some of the changes I've had to make because of some oversights that I had, and hopefully some of the items that I've ordered will have arrived by then, which will allow me to move forward. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.